Hello everyone, it's Bernard here, and today I have the new Apple Watch Ultra. Let's see how big it really is. And here it is. And by the way guys, sorry I'm doing the unboxing with one hand because I totally forgot my tripod at home. So yeah, it will be harder for me. And by the way, the box looks and feels premium, which obviously it should because it's the most expensive Apple Watch, but I don't remember the stainless steel or even edition watches to coming in, such distinctive packaging. And you probably already saw it somewhere in the internet, but look at the attention to detail from Apple. Look how climatic, how lovely this inside is. It really tells a story. And this, by the way, it's a booklet. It's a whole booklet that reminds me, of the Design by Apple in California, ridiculously expensive books, and I really love it. It's made from this rough paper, not a glossy one, so it should be, recycling friendly, and the pictures are so sharp and so nice. The whole experience is so improved. Here we have some pocket for warranty and legal information, but yeah, the whole experience of presenting you something new, Apple always had the best in game, and now they upped it a notch. And here we still have two separate boxes for the band and the watch, and I'm surprised how big the box packaging is. And yeah, like the Apple Watch itself, the whole packaging could and probably should be smaller because it's a lot of wasted space, but yeah, I'm maybe focusing on this too much because I'm working in logistics. I love the new bands. They are really light, the colors are vibrant, they are soft, I can already feel it, and they kind of stretchy, so I hope they will be very comfortable, but really surprising how light they are. Like, that's titanium for you all. You see metal parts and you expect more heavy, but it's very, very light. Now to the watch itself, and again, this much wider box. I think they could, and probably in the next years will, use the narrower boxes to save some space and make the transport easier. But here we can see, like, presenting is 10 out of 10 for this watch, and it's much heavier than I anticipated. After all those reviewers telling it's so light for its size, it's double the weight of my previous Apple Watch. But check this out. This is my favorite addition for the Apple Watch Ultra. Apart, you can see designed by Apple in California location in GPS data. And here we see a brand new braided Apple Watch charging cable. I love this accent so much. Like, literally, the packaging, the experience for this watch is much better than compared to when iPhone X launched, which is really surprising. But seriously, Apple Watch Ultra gets 10 out of 10 for. And here we can see the new glass. It's actually really huge, but I really like it. When you compare it to the regular Apple Watch, it looks much larger, but in fact it's not really that huge of a difference. It comes down to the shapes, I think, but yeah, it's not as frightening as I expected, and I really like the nice touch of light ceramic bag, because the back of the Apple Watch usually gets dirty quite quickly. Okay, so after some time for setup and toying with it, I gotta say it's really not that huge when you use it actually, and it felt heavy and cumbersome when I took it out of the box, the case especially. But you know what? When you put it on your wrist, it's really not that big. And in fact, if Apple didn't put the flat screen and the lip on this and kept it, tapered like the previous Apple Watches, it would really feel 20% smaller than it really is. It's actually the fact that it goes straight up flat, making it so huge and cumbersome. And in fact, in the real thickness, it's actually the same almost as the Watch 5 Pro from Samsung. So in day-to-day, it's really not that huge, and I have rather small wrist, so I was really worried about it. And I think it looks fantastic. The new Alpine loop is really great, especially for everyday carry. And yeah, obviously the bands are interchangeable, so that's not an issue. I gotta say, it's the most impressive and, in my opinion, the best Apple product in years. I really love it. By the way, the battery is at 75% and it was last charged over 6 hours ago to 90%. So the battery life is really impressive because I was testing, the backtrack feature, so the GPS was always on, the phone was left behind, so it was on LTE all the time, the music has been streamed. It's really shaping up to be a fantastic product and I really love it. And when it's on your wrist, the new band and the fact that it's actually from titanium, so it's not really that heavy, is really good. My only gripe is that the buttons and the bigger digital crown, they are less clicky than those on the previous Apple Watches, so that's actually interesting. But yeah, I think I will get used to it, and overall, not really to complain about, but I will test it through, I will test it in depth, and I will check the battery, especially because that's the one thing that I'm most excited about, whether I can leave my phone behind and using LTE go through a whole day, at least through a work day to the evening, so I can recharge it. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, subscribe if you're interested, and give this video a like because it really helps the channel and it's totally free for you. Anyway guys, see you in the next one.